What if I told you that the most powerful medicine is growing in your kitchen or on that vacant lot you pass every day? While the world runs after expensive pills with endless lists of side effects, there are plants that healed entire civilizations, that kept generations alive without a single pharmacy, with real scientific evidence backing them up. Today I'm showing you 12 that will change how you see healing. Stay until the end, because number 8 was called the white pearl of life, and recent studies confirm it can clean your arteries better than many expensive medications. And number 12 was used on battlefields to close wounds when there was nothing else, and now hospitals are using it again because it kills bacteria that antibiotics can no longer touch. Subscribe, because we share knowledge that pharmaceutical companies would prefer you never discover. Number 1. Figs, Ficus carica. Figs appear in biblical texts, Egyptian papyri, and ancient Greek treatises. Persian physicians prescribed them 3,000 years ago. Why such historical devotion? Because they work at a deep level. They contain digestive enzymes and prebiotic fibers that feed the good bacteria in your gut. Studies confirm they improve intestinal transit, relieve chronic constipation, and have genuine anti-inflammatory effects on the digestive system. Traditionally, they were eaten on an empty stomach, 3 or 4 dried figs soaked in water overnight. Fresh ones were crushed on abscesses to help them mature and drain. We forgot them because synthetic laxatives seem more convenient. But figs don't just move the intestine, they heal it from the inside, feeding your microbiome in the process. Number 2. Pomegranate, Punica granatum. Pomegranate appears in almost all ancient medical traditions, from Persia to the Mediterranean. Arab physicians called it the pharmacy in a fruit. Now science is discovering why. It's loaded with punicalagins, antioxidants more powerful than green tea or red wine. Research shows it reduces blood pressure, improves blood flow, and prevents LDL cholesterol oxidation, the process that leads to heart disease. An impressive study found that drinking it daily for a year reduced arterial plaques in cardiac patients by up to 30%. The ancients used dried peel powder for severe diarrhea due to its astringent properties. It was forgotten because it's awkward to eat and pharmaceutical companies prefer to sell you statins. But it continues protecting hearts, one juicy seed at a time. Number 3. Rue, Ruta graveolens. Rue is a plant our grandmothers knew well, but it comes with a warning. For centuries, it was used for menstrual cramps and headaches. It contains furanocoumarins with real antispasmodic effects, but it's toxic at high doses and should never be used during pregnancy. It causes extreme sun sensitivity and severe burns. Its traditional use was in minimal doses, a few leaves in tea. It was forgotten partly for good reasons. Its safety margin is narrow. It represents something important. Not all natural remedies are safe, and our ancestors knew it. They respected it. Number 4. Aloe vera, Aloe barbadensis. The Egyptians called it plant of immortality and planted it at tomb entrances. Cleopatra used it daily on her skin. Greek physicians carried it to battle as their best weapon against wounds. The transparent gel speeds healing of burns and wounds better than many sophisticated modern treatments. Clinical studies confirm it reduces healing time for first and second-degree burns by up to 50%, improves surgical healing, and relieves resistant psoriasis. It contains polysaccharides that stimulate cell growth and over 75 active compounds. Traditionally, you'd cut a leaf, extract the gel, and apply it directly to damaged skin. It was forgotten because commercial products flooded the market, most so diluted they barely work. The real plant, alive on your windowsill, remains one of the best emergency treatments that exist. Number 5. Thyme, Thymus vulgaris. This cooking herb is a natural antibiotic that saved lives. Before penicillin, thyme oil disinfected wounds and fought respiratory infections. It contains thymol and carvacrol with documented antimicrobial activity. Studies show it's effective against bronchitis and cough. A trial found that thyme and ivy were as effective as conventional medications for acute bronchitis. Traditionally, people made tea or syrup with honey. Diluted oil was an antibacterial mouthwash. It was forgotten when synthetic antibiotics promised faster cures. But with growing bacterial resistance, thyme is coming back. Number 6. Sage, Salvia officinalis. Sage comes from Latin salvare, to save. Romans considered it so sacred they had special ceremonies just to harvest it. Modern studies show it improves memory and cognitive function in healthy adults and helps with mild Alzheimer's symptoms in early stages. Others confirm it reduces night sweats and menopausal hot flashes by up to 50% in just 8 weeks of use. It contains compounds that affect neurotransmitters and have mild but significant estrogenic effects. Traditionally, it was drunk as daily tea for memory and digestion. Fresh leaves were rubbed on teeth as natural oral cleanser. It was forgotten because we expect instant pills, not daily teas that require patience. But for early memory issues and menopausal symptoms, it offers a gentle, effective approach proven over millennia. If you're seeing the pattern that the most powerful medicines have been in plain sight, hit that like button. Subscribe and turn on notifications because the most incredible ones are still coming. Number 7. Dandelion Taraxacum officinale. The weed in your garden is one of nature's most potent liver tonics. Every part is medicinal: roots, leaves, flowers. For centuries, it was used for liver, gallbladder, slow digestion, and water retention. Research confirms that bitter compounds stimulate bile production, improve liver function, and have diuretic effects without depleting potassium. Leaves are an extremely rich source of vitamin K and potassium. Traditionally, the root was roasted as coffee for detoxification. Young leaves were eaten in salads. It was forgotten because we decided perfect lawns are more important than health. This weed continues cleaning livers for free. Number 8. Garlic Allium sativum. Number 8 that I promised. The white pearl of life. Garlic is serious medicine with over 5,000 years of documented use in all medical cultures, from Egypt to China, from India to Europe. It works at the cardiovascular level in ways science barely fully understands. It contains allicin and over 30 sulfur compounds that reduce blood pressure, lower LDL cholesterol, prevent clots, and have potent antimicrobial effects against bacteria, viruses, and fungi. Meta-analyses of multiple studies confirm it significantly reduces blood pressure and hypertension, in some cases as much as first-line medications. The ancients used it for infections, parasites, and physical endurance. Pyramid workers received daily rations as payment. In world wars, it was called Russian penicillin because it literally saved lives when antibiotics weren't available. It was forgotten because the social smell is awkward and pharmaceutical companies prefer expensive statins that create dependency. This humble bulb continues cleaning arteries and killing pathogens, silently effective. Number 9. Nettle, Urtica dioica. The plant that stings you in the woods is one of the most complete nutritional tonics. High in iron, calcium, magnesium, and protein. It was used for centuries for arthritis, allergies, anemia, and as a spring tonic. Studies show it significantly reduces allergic rhinitis symptoms. Others confirm anti-inflammatory effects in arthritis. Roots are used for prostatic hyperplasia with positive results. Young leaves are harvested with gloves, cooked or dried. The sting contains histamine that paradoxically helps with allergies. It was forgotten because it stings, and antihistamines are more convenient. But for persistent allergies and arthritic pain, it offers real relief without side effects. Number 10. Ginger, Zingiber officinale. Ginger appears in medical texts over 2,000 years old as one of the most effective anti-nausea remedies. Motion sickness, pregnancy nausea, or chemotherapy, ginger works. Clinical trials confirm it significantly reduces nausea and vomiting. A meta-analysis of 12 studies found it's effective for pregnancy nausea without adverse effects. It contains gingerols and shogols with documented anti-inflammatory properties. Studies show benefits for menstrual pain, osteoarthritis, and muscle pain. Traditionally, it was chewed fresh or made into tea. It was forgotten when pharmaceutical antiemetics became standard, but those cause drowsiness. Ginger calms the stomach without dulling the brain. Number 11. Turmeric, Curcuma longa. This golden root is probably the most studied natural anti-inflammatory. Curcumin has thousands of published studies. What do they show? Anti-inflammatory effects comparable to some medications but without gastric damage. Studies confirm benefits in osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, ulcerative colitis, and depression. One trial found it was as effective as Prozac for major depression. It's been used in Ayurvedic medicine for over 4,000 years. It's consumed with black pepper, which increases absorption up to 2,000%. It was forgotten in the West until recently because it's exotic. But now that chronic inflammation is recognized as the root of modern diseases, it's coming back strong. Number 12. Honey, produced by Apis mellifera. Number 12 that I saved. Ancient medicine with impressive modern scientific validation. Honey isn't just a sweetener, it's a proven topical antibiotic in thousands of studies. Perfectly edible honey has been found in 3,000-year-old Egyptian tombs. Bacteria simply cannot survive in it. It contains natural hydrogen peroxide, low pH, and high sugar concentration that create a hostile environment for any microbe. Clinical studies show that medical-grade honey, especially manuka, speeds healing of wounds, burns, and diabetic ulcers better than expensive conventional treatments. It's effective against bacteria resistant to multiple antibiotics, including MRSA and other superbugs. A meta-analysis of 14 studies confirmed it's superior to conventional treatments for persistent cough in children. Traditionally, it was applied generously to wounds, burns, and infections. It was taken with hot lemon for sore throat and cough. It was medically forgotten when antibiotics promised instant miraculous cures. But now that we face massive and growing antibiotic resistance, modern hospitals are using medical-grade honey again. It's the golden healer that never needed improvement, just for us to remember its ancestral power. 12 plants and foods, thousands of years of accumulated wisdom backed by real science that works. Leave me a comment right now. Which surprised you most? Are you team garlic that cleans arteries, team ginger that calms stomachs, or team honey that closes wounds? Share this video with someone tired of expensive pills with endless side effects and ready to reconnect with real medicine. Subscribe and turn on notifications because every week we share ancestral knowledge validated by modern science, knowledge that empowers you to take control of your health. Remember, the best medicine isn't always at the pharmacy with an inflated price. Sometimes it's growing free in your garden, waiting patiently in your kitchen, or hidden in the wisdom we almost let die. See you in the next one.